Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Theravada Buddhism series, Dhamma talk number 39. Form sphere consciousness. Rupa Vacara Citta. Practicing one of the 40 subjects of concentration meditation given in the scriptures produce form sphere or fine material sphere consciousness. There is 15 form sphere consciousness. 5 are wholesome, 5 resultant, and 5 functional. Altogether 15. The 5 kinds of Jhana consciousness with wholesome karma producing actions are called 5 wholesome form sphere consciousness. Rupa Vacara Kusala Citta. What it means is, in the last talk we have discussed the 5 kinds of jhanas and 5 kinds of jhana consciousness. Those jhana consciousness, but this one is particular. It is the action-oriented doing. That's why it's called wholesome karma producing actions. Because of that, we just add the word wholesome in front of the form sphere consciousness. These 5 mainly arise in Brahma of form sphere. However, it can also occur in the mind of a human yogi in sense sphere who has attained jhana. Mainly, these consciousnesses are very prevalent in Brahma-ram, fine material sphere Brahma-ram. But sometime in sense sphere, humans who are practicing samatha meditation, when they attain jhana, in those people it arises as well. Only a few, of course. Resultant form sphere consciousness. The next one. The first one is wholesome form sphere consciousness. The next one is resultant form sphere consciousness. Rupa Vacara Vipaka Citta. is the identical result of the wholesome form sphere consciousness. Wholesome form sphere is the action cause. So it has result. The results are resultant from sphere consciousness. But their qualities are identical, except that one is cause and another one is effect. If a person with the first to the fifth jhana, whichever one, who has attained those things in a human realm, dies with those jhana intact, the resultant consciousness or rebirth consciousness of Brahma is also the first to the fifth resultant from consciousness. They have the identical result, that's all. But it is a human who practices in the sense sphere realm die with that jhana intact. We will be born as a Brahma in Brahma realm with the rebirth or relinking consciousness, which is identical to what he had attained. Consciousness, the five wholesome form sphere consciousness will produce the five resultant form sphere consciousness. I'm repeating again and again because the words are very close. One thing we need to know about this resultant consciousness is it only arises in the world of Brahma. These resultant consciousness does not arise in any other sphere except the world of Brahma of form sphere. The next one is the five functional form sphere consciousness. Rupa, Vacara, Citta mainly arises in the Brahma of the form sphere who has attained Rahata Mega. So this consciousness is quite special. It's a form sphere consciousness, but it is the Kriya, functional consciousness. It arises in Brahma, but that Brahma must have already attained arahantship. Brahma with arahantship quality will have that kind of consciousness. Rupa, Vacara, Citta. Form sphere, functional consciousness. Of course, these consciousness also occur in Buddha, silence Buddha, and also arahants in a human realm who practice concentration, meditation, and attain first to the fifth jhana. They are ordinary arahants. Okay, who does not have jhana. They don't practice concentration meditation. But there are some arahants who practice together with or before or after the attainment of arahantship. Those arahants has that kind of citta. What is it? Rupa Vacara Kriya Citta. Form sphere, functional consciousness. So those are the 15 form sphere consciousness. 5 wholesome, 5 resultant, and 5 functional. In the scripture, one noticed 4 types of jhana and also 5 types of jhana. That can make one confused. Sometimes it's at 4, sometimes it's at 5. Why? Vitakka and Vacara, initial application and sustained application, 2 jhana factors, disappear in one stroke. In other words, they disappear both at once together in the fourfold method. We call it a fourfold method. In fourfold method, initial application and sustained application disappear or are eliminated together with one stroke or at the same time. An individual whose concentration and wisdom are powerful can eliminate the first 2 jhana factors in one moment, at one time. So, as they eliminate both at the same time, in that process, there are only 4 jhanas. There are only 4 jhanas. So that's why you see the word 4 jhanas. And when you see the word 5 jhanas, this is what happened. We call it the 5-fold method. In the 5-fold method, jhana factors are eliminated one by one. As there are 5 jhana factors, so you have to eliminate 5 times. Because of that, in the 5-fold method, there are 5 jhanas. In other words, initial applications eliminated. Next, sustained application eliminated. 5-fold method. In 4-fold method, both initial and sustained application are eliminated together for those who have strong concentration and wisdom. So that's a bit of information that is good to know. Now let's go to the 40 objects of concentration meditation. When you're practicing samatha concentration meditation, there are 40 objects to choose from. It's given in the scripture. And those 40 are divided into 7 groups. The first 10 of the 40 objects of meditation is earth, wind, fire, water. Elements they are. Blue, yellow, red and white colors. 8. Space and light. 10. So the first 10 are 4 elements, 4 colors, space and light. So you observed closely the earth, the physical earth you can choose. Or you can substitute a dish of clay about 9-10 inches in diameter, painted earthy red color to represent the earth. So that's your little personal earth disc. You can take along with you anywhere you go. And then you can put it at a suitable place, which is about, if you're sitting slightly lower than the eye, about a yard or a meter distance. You hang it up there and you stare at it, look at it. And when you look at it, you look only at that object, exclusively. In other words, you don't look anything. And then you repeat the word mentally. Earth, 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 earth. That's it. And you repeat that process again and again till you can see that earth disk with your eyes closed. And when you can see that earth disk with your eye closed, of course that's some mental image. And that is called the grasped. Grasped, grasp sign. In Pali, Ugaha Nimitta, grasp sign. And then after that, you keep observing the grasp sign, the mental image, again and again and again, till that image become bright and flawless counterpart sign. Patibhaga Namitta. What it is under grasp signs, you see the mental image is exactly as the physical one that you had made, with all the flaws, unevenness, uneven in color, everything, exact duplicate. That is the grasp sign. But in the counterpart sign, that dish is there, but it is flawless. You can't see any flaw. And it is bright and shining, not blinding bright, nicely bright. and you got that Patibhaga Nimitta, and you keep observing that Patibhaga Nimitta, and then Jhana arises. That's how one observes. And those are called kasina. Those 10 objects are kasina. Objects that one has to look very closely. Very, very closely. Exclusively. But nothing else. So example is the this, but all the 9 objects, the remaining 9 objects, similarly one need to observe in the same nature. The next 2 kasina, okay, kasina. Objects are space and light. Space and light. These 4 elements, space and light, 6 of them, those if you observe or meditate on these objects, it eliminates dosa, anger, raga, lust, moha, delusion, vitaka, initial application, and also it develops saddha and buddhi. So these 6 objects, earth, wind, fire, water, this, space and life, they eliminate those 6 sarita. And the following 4 kasina, the kala one, you can paint a little disc of kala, circle of kala. But the colors are dark blue, red, yellow and white, only 4. And you observe the same way as you observe the earth sign. And these colors, they can eliminate dosa from you, only dosa. The other 6 are six sarita. So 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 4 kala, 10. Those 10, all 10 are called kasina meditation. Those kasina meditation can give you the first to the 5th jhana. Up to you how far and how much you try. The first to the 5th jhana, 10 kasina. The earth kasina is quite popular with the yogis. So the second group of 10 objects represent the 10 stages of decomposition of a corpse, of a dead body. In Pali it's called asubha meditation, asubha. It is suitable for people who have great raga, lust and sense desire. For those people, this is specially constructed to subdue the high intensity of raga in the person. It eliminates kama raga, lust and sense desire. It can produce first jhana only. You can't go to second, third, fourth. Only first jhana. Because the object one is observing is the corpse. So it is a very gross object. As it is very gross, one needs to repeatedly apply the mind towards the object. Initial application, vitakka. You have to apply that at all time. For that reason, one cannot go over that vitakka. So, first jhana only. You can't eliminate the vitakka. The third group consists of 10 objects of mindfulness, sati, 10 objects of mindfulness. Okay, and they are mindfulness of Buddha quality, Dharma quality, Sangha quality, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Sila, morality, Saga, habits and practice, and Deva. Also you, mindful of the Deva quality. And these produce Citta. It builds faith and confidence in you. And the next one is, I will skip the Pali word. What it means is, imagine peacefulness of Nibbana. We don't know what Nibbana is. We don't know how peaceful it is, how blissful it is, and factually. So we have to imagine so peaceful it is, so blissful it is. You contemplate again and again with your imagination of what Nibbana is like. That is one method. Another method is Maranasati, contemplation of death. These two develops buddhi. And those 8, okay, the first 6, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, Sila, Saga, Deva, imagine Nibbana, and death. Those 8 do not give rise to any jhana, because the qualities of Buddhas are so deep, you can't fathom it. And you have so many things to think about, contemplate about, so you cannot really establish jhana. But they are good for kusala. So those are the 8 types of mindfulness that does not produce any type of jhana. Another one is kayagata sati, basically contemplating on the 32 parts of one's body. 32 parts of a human body. It eliminates raga, lust and sense desire. People who are strong lust pick up this one just to counteract it. And it can produce the first jhana. That's a ninth type of mindfulness. And the third mindfulness type for concentration meditation is anapanasati, in-breath, out-breath meditation. It eliminates moha, delusion, and vitakka, initial application. It can give rise to the first to the fifth jhana. And the next group is full appamanya. In other words, the Four Noble Abidings, brahmacharya, the Four Nobles Abiding. Of course, everybody knows they are Metta, loving kindness, Karuna, compassion, Mudita, sympathetic joy. Those three eliminates dosa, and it can give rise to the first to the fourth jhana. First to fourth, not fifth. And the last of the noble abiding is upekkha, equanimity. Upekkha eliminates dosa completely and produce the fifth jhana. It can produce only the fifth, not 1, 2, 3, 4. So one must practice loving kindness or compassion to attain 1 to 4th jhana. And after that, you practice equanimity to attain the 5th jhana. So, these are the 4 noble abiding groups. The next group is a standalone one called sanya, perception. You contemplate on the perception of the repulsiveness of food. And another one was vivuttana. Basically it means observing or observation of the 4 great elements. Okay, these both techniques, sanya and vivuttana, both techniques develop buddhi, and they don't have any access to jhana. And the last group is full arupa. Basically, it is the formless meditation. Arupa is formless, non-material, no material. In short, one meditate or contemplate on the infinity of space, infinity of consciousness, nothingness, and neither perception nor non-perception. Those contemplations of the 4 different conceptual mental objects give rise to the 4 arupa jhana, formless jhana. These 4 eliminates all these 6 kinds of habits, raga, dosa, moha, vitaka, and develop saddha and buddhi. So if you summarize it, you will see that there are 40 meditation objects for concentration meditation. And out of that 40, 10 of them cannot give rise to any jhana. And 11 can produce first jhana. 3 give rise to the first to the fourth jhana. And 12 give rise to fifth jhana. The 4 non-material objects give rise to non-material jhana or immaterial jhana. So those are the short enumeration of the 40 subjects of concentration meditation. One may pick an object which is suitable for you or what you like and practice. These are all for concentration meditation, samatha. May this information will be helpful for you in understanding samatha meditation as well as vipassana meditation, and their goals and objectives, and what kind of consciousness, in this case jhana consciousness, arises in form sphere Brahmaram. And if one desire for that, then one must practice these. But this is not the release from all form of suffering, liberation, nibbana. Only vipassana can give that objective, nibbana. May all of you be able to practice mindfulness insight meditation and attain nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much.